Welcome to The Last Hope, everyone. Good to have you here. We don't know if it's the final hope. The Last Hope is a name, it's a label. Make of it as you will. I'd like to remind folks that you can take a piece of The Last Hope with you. Those public terminal systems from downstairs are available and may be signed by conference staff. If you're interested, check in at the Hackerspace Village store downstairs. Up next, Adam Savage. So you've heard of him. Adam's one of the two original MythBusters. He's on Discovery Channel. Has a varied and fascinating background that's in the conference program. He also teaches courses in model design. Here he is.
All right, can you guys hear me? Am I being broadcast? No? How's that? No? All right, let's see if this works. Or my lavalier? My lavalier is on now? Okay. Ah, God, it's good to be here. This is a group of people that actually understand what we're talking about when we don't even know what we're talking about, which is most of the time. I've been paying attention to this conference for a while. I'm really honored that you guys have me here. It really is my honor. I feel like I'm one of the least qualified people in this room, but being unqualified is my job, so I'm just going to run with it. What I have is about a 15-minute, maybe 10 minutes, if I could talk really fast, piece on obsession, discussing my personal obsessions, because I suspect that there's some minor obsessive-compulsive tendencies in the audience. And then I'm going to take questions from you guys and just have a conversation for another 40 minutes. All right? Sound good? Okay. We'll see how fast I can run through this thing. About 4 years ago, The New Yorker did a piece on a cache of dodo skeletons found on the island of Mauritius. Now, Mauritius is a small island off the west coast of Madagascar in the Indian Ocean where the dodo bird was found, discovered, and eventually extinguished by human inhabitation or rats or whatever your prevailing theory is. Now, this article was about how archaeologists were very excited to find this cache of skeletons because it meant that they might actually be able to assemble a full dodo skeleton for the first time. While museums all over the world have different dodo skeletons, none of them has a complete and whole skeleton from a single dodo because the dodo went extinct at such a recent time, 1700. Nobody was actually paying attention to extinction as the tragedy that we understand it is now, and nobody saved the bones. Nobody saved all the bones from a single dodo. Everyone's had to assemble theirs from many, many different pieces. Now, this appeals to me. I have a particular obsession with things of a peculiar type of rarity. Things that there's only one of in the world, or maybe no one even knows where the one in the world is. Lost manuscripts, the Necronomicon from Evil Dead. Yeah. Tibetan clay-sealed tablet manuscripts found in caves. The Aristotle's Commedia from The Name of the Rose. Things like this really, really get me going and make me, for some reason, it feeds right into my love of making objects. Because the objects that I make are, of course, one of a kind, because I'm the one that made them. There's like this direct parity between objects of this kind of rarity. And the thing that really got my attention, though, about this article about the dodo birds was this photograph. This photograph was so compelling to me. It was so beautiful. There was so much personality in this skeleton. I could see that this isn't fossilized, that it's real bone. I could see the wire that the conservator used to assemble the skull there around the beak. There was so much story in this piece. And it got to me that I wanted one. Now, I have a little more money now than I used to. And I began looking around on the web. This is actually the dodo skeleton on the island of Mauritius in their tourism museum. It's my favorite. And I began downloading pictures of dodo skeletons from all over the web, museums all over the world. And I wanted to see if anyone sold